heard them all from you. I hear them every day. But I think it's very unfair. The single worst network for unfairness, I think, worse than CNN, worse than NBC, which is really hard to believe, and CBS is probably the best of the group. Fox is the best, but of the other side. As an example, today we had a celebration of some great people, some great people.
Okay, so this is, yeah. So what he means is this is after the Arlington thing. Now, I'll show you after this what he says. Like, I had to go someplace after the Arlington thing. I had to leave, right? Where he left to go to was this. I just want you to remember that. When he left the cemetery at Arlington, he went to Falls Church, Virginia, and he did this little restaurant gathering with Hung Kao and other people there, and he had a little press gaggle, and then he went home. That was it. Well, shit, here, let me, why wait? Let's go back to here. Now, I'm going to see if...
The wonderful families, and they come in, and we're in Washington. They said, would it be possible, sir, would it be at all possible for you to come because we're celebrating our child's life? The child was buried because of Joe Biden and Comrade Harris. Would it be at all possible, sir, for you to be there?
By the way, he blames them for their deaths just like kind of brutally. Never mind the fact that 56 service members and employees died during his time just in Afghanistan alone while he was in office. You don't hear him going, like, nobody's going to go up and go, 56 people died because of your incompetence, and you were supposed to get us out of Afghanistan. You ran on it. You never did. We were in the whole time. So anybody who dies past, I don't know, week one, because you said you could do it really quickly, anybody who died after the second week of, I don't know, I'll give them February of 2017, isn't that on you? You had a big, beautiful plan for leaving? Yeah?
And I said, it's going to be real tough. I was really, far away.
You were in the country and you have a plane. Nobody's far away. And also, you knew of it days ahead of time. Stop.
And sometimes it's tough. But I said, you know what? We have to do it. And I got my team and I said, let's go. We're going to Arlington Cemetery.
Like they did it last minute. Are you fucking bananas? After the assassination attempt, this asshole's going to change his planes, not tell his plans, fly his plane someplace, not tell anybody, not doing any front work. Arlington is obviously a safe space, but getting to and from it, wherever he was leaving, that's a factor. This is all bullshit.
Okay.
By the way, he will take no responsibility for what happened there at all. It's all laying it on these parents. They invited me. They did this. They asked for the picture. This is not my fault. That's what he said.
I said, we're going to Arlington. Because, again, I got to know these people. Because, honestly, they would send me death certificates of their child.
Oh, by the way, so I watched two different versions of this speech when it was live, and I jumped from one to the other. This is the only one that has the following audio. The other two, the one directly from the campaign site and another one from another source, they blacked out or turned the audio off on the next 5 sentences. It just went dead. You'll see.
I said, sir, would you sign it? Please sign it. We refuse to accept his name on this death certificate. They said he killed our child, and honestly, the incompetence killed their children. The incompetence, gross. And by the way, they lost almost 500 people that day, including the other side.
I don't know what the other side means. They lost almost 500 people. What do you mean? Taliban? ISIS? What are you talking about?
They left Americans behind. They're still there. Nobody knows even what happened to them.
Well, then how do you know they're Americans, and how do you know they're still there?
Think of this. They left $85 billion.
Okay, so he eventually gets to that. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. I want to show you something. Let's do this. How long is this in here? What do you think? Yeah, close that down.
Was worth a brand new.
Where's there should be a little counter on it. Yeah, so 20. 204, something in there. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to, I want to pull up the other version of this that I was watching on YouTube, and I'll show you what I mean. This is, there we go. History, there we go. I just need to find this for you because, holy shit. Rally in Pennsylvania. That was the first one that came. Yes, this is the first one that came up. Okay, so it up. Okay, and let's see if we can do this. And it's I don't know how far in. I think it's about the right spot. I may have nailed it, but we'll see. This is another version of it. Same speech.
Duel. We didn't lose. Nobody was lost, and nobody would have been lost. I got to know people are the love of our lives.
Okay, this is before.
And they said, would it be possible, sir? Would it be at all possible for you to come, Joe Biden and Comrade Harris? Would it be at all possible, sir, for you to be there? And I said, yeah, it's tough. But I said, you know what? We have to. I said, we're going to Arlington. Because, again, I got to know these people. Because, honestly, they would send me death certificates of their child. They said, sir, would you sign it? Please sign it.
Okay, it's the same one I'm watching. They put a pause on it when it was originally live. They did a 7-second delay on it. Hold on, I'm going to find the other one. I have to look through the whole thing of it. Where are you? This is it. Yeah.
Talkers, right?
I think I'm all through here.
And freedom.
I wanted to be called Democratic. I said, then change your name. They don't change their name. Protests an election. Look at them. Who were killed, and they are devastated, the people. I had them over.
Hold on.
I ended up spending 4 hours late at night listening to music with all of the relatives of the people that were killed.
It's after that moment.
So needlessly killed. He'll try and incredible. Families, and they come in, and we're in Washington. They said, would it be Joe Biden and Comrade? And I said, yeah. And sometimes it's tough. Arlington Cemetery. Know these people. Sir, would you sign it? Please sign it. We refuse to accept his name on this death certificate. They said he killed our child. And honestly, the incompetence killed their children. The incompetence, gross. And by the way,
it's the replay. So on the live one, they blocked it. So just saying. Okay, back to where we were. Well, we'll just leave it this way. So he keeps going.
They lost almost 500 people that day, including the other side. They left Americans behind. They're still there. Nobody knows even what happened to them. Think of this. They left $85 billion worth of brand new military equipment that I bought.
That's a lie. So wait, also, real quick, $85 billion worth of military equipment that I bought. $85 billion. How much have we contributed to Ukraine? Right? Allegedly, like in total, like in military gear, in an active war. So you're telling me that when we had 3,000 soldiers in country or 5,000 soldiers in country in Afghanistan, we were not fighting an active war, any of that stuff. He dumped $85 billion worth of gear in there while he was in office? I mean, it's all made up anyways, obviously, but like, nope, they're just going to skate right past this.
Because I rebuilt the entire military, $85 billion worth of equipment behind. They left everything and they moved the military first. Instead of last, you say, you stupid people, you take the military out last. For 18 months, and a lot of you know this, for 18 months, not one American, after I spoke, one person was shot during the trial.
All right, hold on.
He was lost, and nobody would have been lost.
We talk about this in a
Nuclear
minute.
weapons, right? So I got a call from the people Sir, we're going to be going to Arlington to honor our children who were killed, and they are devastated, the people. I had them over at Bedminster, and they didn't think I'd see them. And
Why didn't they think you'd see them?
they said, do you think we'll see him? And they said, well, we don't know. He'll try and make it. I ended up spending 4 hours late at night listening to music with all of the relatives of the people that were killed.
You what?
So needlessly killed.
So you just sat around listening to records?
And I got to know them. And we were looking at the sky, beautiful place. We're looking at the sky, and
At Bedminster?
we're listening to Elvis, and we're listening to Elton John. We're
We just got through the E's that night.
listening to everybody. And I
Elvis, Elton John, everybody.
said, look, your son is looking down at you. And it
Oh, God.
was, the whole thing was beautiful. And you get to know them. They didn't think I'd see them, but at most I would spend 15 minutes. And I ended up spending many hours. So I got to know.
By the way, he's telling this story because it is well known that Joe Biden spends extra time with people who've suffered loss. And he knows that it was one of the reasons why Biden kicked his ass, and he's trying to steal some of that. Just telling you.
So they called up and they said, do you think you could be there, sir? I said, I'll try if I can. And we really had to turn things around. Anyway, I got there. And we had a ceremony. We had the changing of the guard. No, we had a beautiful ceremony. And then they said, sir, could you come to the graves? Could you come to the graves?
Yeah, these people asked me. I didn't want to go. I was going to do other shit. But they asked me, could you come to the grave?
After the ceremony, they said, could you come to the graves? Would that be possible? I said, I will.
Really? They just flippantly just said, hey, do you mind walking down here with us? This isn't, I know this is just off the top of my head, but
I got like this big stadium, something was waiting.
I got this big stadium, something was waiting. That's the part that stuck out to me. Run that by me again. Where are we going?
But I got like this big stadium, something was waiting.
I got this big stadium, something was waiting. The something that was waiting was 18 people in a Vietnamese restaurant in Falls Church, Virginia. It was a short drive away, which, by the way, was, I guess, scheduled magically ahead of time. It just happened to be that you were going to be in Falls Church, and you're like, oh, Arlington's right up the fucking road. Like, this is all such bullshit. This is where he went. This is actually this. This is this event with Hung Kao. One more time.
But I got like this big stadium, something was waiting. I said, but I'm going to, because those people.
I got this big stadium, something was waiting.
Are
something, by the way, they added to the end to the day after he moved everything else so they could come to Arlington because he was far away. Like, this is just bullshit.
the love of our lives. They are the love of our lives, right?
Also, they're the love of our lives. This is him. He's talking about the people that died. These people are the love of our lives. Like, okay, first of all, no, they're not the love of your life. You never met them. And that's also, it's like when he says about Putin that Ukraine was the apple of his eye. Like, he doesn't know how any of these terms of endearment work.
I said, but I'm going to, because those people are the love of our lives. They are the love of our lives, right?
Look, they deserve our honor and our respect. They give everything. I mean, there's a lot of ways to say that we have affection for them, but the love of our lives is just so fucking, it's so odd. It's so weird, I guess is the word.
And in all fairness, I can say there's the mothers, fathers, sisters, the brother.
In all fairness.
But the various people that we're talking about, depending on who it is, but the
yeah, depending, obviously, on who it is.
various people.
The various people.
They say it to me, I'll say it to you. I mean, I don't think they can ever be the same. I said,
Jesus. Jesus Christ. They say it to me, I can say it to you. They'll never be the same.
Is it better now? Because it's 3 years. Is it better? No, it's not better. You know, they haven't.
Okay, wait. Stop. Is it better now, 3 years after they've been dead? Is it better? Who the fuck asks someone that question? Like, I don't even know why you would relate this story, but what the ever loving fuck does that mean? Right? What does that mean? Is it, who says that to somebody, you know, I understand you lost your brother. Is it better now since time has passed? Are you better? Like, who, first of all, asking someone how they're doing now and then them telling you it's always tough. And times like this bring the memory up and those kind of things. Completely natural, the grief process, and some people don't ever get over it in any form, right? Especially the loss of a child. It's devastating. But I would imagine it's especially worse when some dickhead walks up to you and go, I mean, some time has passed. You're better now, right? Are you better now?
Expression, time heals all wounds. But I said, is that expression true? No, sir. Maybe it's worse now, sir. It's devastating. These people are just so devastated. So anyway.
So they say, anyway, they're devastated. Anyways.
We're there, and they said a prayer, different graves, one here, one there.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
And they said to me, I mean, I'm not surprised. I never even thought about it. Sir, would it be possible for you to have a picture with us by the tombstone of my son? You know, the beautiful white tombstones.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Marble, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Things. And carved, engraved with the names on them.
Is that how a tombstone works?
I said, absolutely. I wasn't doing it I don't need publicity. I get a lot of publicity. I would like to get a lot less publicity. I would pay to get, I'm the only guy I would hire a public relations agent to get less publicity. Most hire to get publicity. So I was taking pictures at the grave, one with the sister and then the mother and then the father come in and then another group at a different grave. And it was so beautiful, and we left.
And then my people took all those pictures and the pictures and video that we took, and they cut together a campaign ad of me politicizing my trip to Arlington, which is illegal.
Everything was nice. And then later,
everything was nice.
On that day, I heard that we were using the graves of those soldiers for public relations purposes, you know?
Now, this is the part where he attacks Biden full on and says Biden killed them.
And that was all put out by the White House. Joe Biden killed those young people because he was incompetent. And then they tell me that I used their graves for public relations services, and I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Real quick, if I may. Let's see. Hi, chat room. It's just fucking gross. I'm going to find it real quick, if I may. Let's see. Trump, Arlington. Oops. Let's see.
We lost 13 great people. What a horrible day it was. We didn't lose one person in 18 months. And then they took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan.
This is Trump's TikTok ad.
Great people. What a horrible day it was.
This is the ad they made.
We didn't lose one person in 18 months. And then they took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan.
the leaving of Afghanistan, just for the record. They took over that disaster, the leaving of Afghanistan. You mean the withdrawal that initially you provided the actual exit date on and had to be extended because you fucked up? Good Lord. So anyways, that's the ad. That's the publicity ad that he made. Also, it's curious that here's the picture of him giving the thumbs up at the grave. I'll show you this real quick. And the girl that's with him is throwing the horns. She's doing this, which, okay, maybe, and I would say arguably, like, maybe her lost husband or brother or whoever it is did that all the time, and she always did that in pictures with him, or they always did it, and so she was doing it too. But the right wing, if a Democrat did that over a gravesite, please. And look at Trump. Look at that. We're gonna be married soon. Like, this is so weird. So, needless to say, all of it is fucking gross. Oops. Come back in here, chat room. Where'd you go? There you are. But is this the TikTok of it? Yeah.
We lost 13 great people.
Yeah, here you go.
What a horrible day it was.
This will replay. Watch at the beginning. It says it's the TikTok account of the real Donald Trump.
One person in 18 months. And then they took over that disaster, the leaving of...
See the TikTok, real Donald Trump is down on the bottom. See it? And then it's in the center. Real Donald Trump, right there.
We lost 13.
That's his account.
Great people.
He used it for publicity. He did exactly that. Like, just an asshole. So fucking gross. And then this business.
Graves for public relations services, and I didn't.
You did. You fucking did. There it is. Here, I'll show you. Here, there he is at the actual grave sites. There he is laying flowers there. This is all his team's video. They're not, if you'll notice, the campaign is not attributing this video to any of the families. There's nothing up in the corner that says it was taken by somebody else. It's on his official account. It's his official cameras. It's his official videographer. It's like all of this is lots of it. Look at this. And bloop, there's real Donald Trump right there in the center of it. Just to clarify.
I used their graves for public relations services, and I didn't.
You absolutely fucking did. Whew. You're watching Housemarks Mega Worldwide. You know, some days are harder than others on this show. It's some days are just they're like aggravatingly gross when dealing with Donald Trump. Because seriously, fuck that guy. And to lie. I mean, keep in mind, Donald Trump famously calls our soldiers suckers and losers. By the way, they arranged this thing to cover for that story coming back up because John Kelly confirmed that he said what's in it for them, and that the video of him, denigrating John McCain's service was in circulation again. And he's like, who would say such a thing? Well, anybody who would say what he said about John McCain on camera in front of a crowd would clearly denigrate other lesser-known soldiers like he gives a fuck. He's sucking up to them now and pretending he gives a shit to cover for his own ass. This is a work of Corey Lewandowski, you think? I wouldn't doubt it. It's just sick.